Hey, good Saturday morning, y'all. It's time to go out and check the garden. I'm starting out here in my Shelter Logic temporary greenhouse, which I've had. This is actually the second one I've had. The first one I have has lasted about 10 years, but I figured I'd come in here because it's a little windy and it's still warm. And I'm also sporting my Sci-Fair Bobcat Fight Never Dies 50th anniversary cap. So let's go see how my tomatoes and my Mirlitons are doing. So I figured I'd go ahead and check out the tomatoes here first. I've got, as I have done in the past, my Louisiana varieties. And yes, with a raised bed, these are way too close together. I understand that, but they do okay nonetheless. But these are my Creoles. You can see I've got a nice little clump of flowers coming out there. First two are Creoles. Then I've got my Celebrities, just the old standards. They're also doing pretty good. Got some little buds. Then these Louisiana Reds. And then this is a Louisiana Pink. I've had these all before. These are pretty good. These are the Louisiana Dixies. You can see I finally got some flowers on these. This is a Louisiana All Season. And these are the Gulf State, Louisiana Gulf States. And these are these little pelicans. They're like about the size of a little smaller than a golf ball. They're pretty tasty. I'm pretty excited about these. These are an old heirloom pea, southern pea, called it Preacher Pea, and got them from Seed Savers, John Conkendale, if I said it correctly. But anyway, they are supposedly grown from back here in Mobile back in the 1880s. So it'll be interesting. I'm just doing those this year, just see if I can get some seeds. So we'll see. Keep an eye on those. And my green eggplant. These are those heirloom Louisiana eggplants. I know it's probably a little early since it's still a little chilly here, maybe almost 60, but we'll see how this does. And then of course there's the pride and joy of the Hubbell Home Garden and Estates, or Estate and Gardens. The Boudreaux Robert heirloom Mirliton. In its, I believe, 13th year. And you can see that even though this is mostly a fall producing plant, I'm getting some spring flowers, and you'll get that with these older plants. And I've got my squirrel protection system, which I've got turned off right now because the wind is basically just causing it to go off a lot. There's another female flower. Once again, yeah, they're females because they look like the tiny little plants with flower on the end, just like squash and cucumbers. Quite a few little buds up there too. So since I cut my vine back, I really don't have any fruit so far. I know some others have done much better in Louisiana, which is good because they've suffered quite a bit in the last couple of years between the hurricanes and the high temperatures. So hopefully everybody will have a good Mirliton growing season. I've got 8 plants this year, in fact. Most I've ever had. Wasn't necessarily done intentionally, I just had a lot of little sprouts that I didn't want to waste. This is another older plant by about 2 years, and you can see it's got buds too. But surprisingly enough, I believe I just planted this one this year, and I've actually got a little bit of a female flower, so I'm not sure what that is from that standpoint, why it's triggered. Another older plant with squirrel damage, hence the sprinkler. Of course, can't forget about on the patio, I've got my fig tree or bush. I got some figs coming along. These are Celeste. And my blueberry bush. starting to put on. Obviously I missed a few. And then of course I've got these passion flowers from the swamps of South Louisiana, thanks to my buddy Lester Folse. So looking forward to all these producing fruits. My wind gauge, my Spanish moss. Anyway, hopefully get some yard work done today. At least I know it'll be cool and breezy. And check back in a couple of weeks. Yeah, that's sugar cane back there in the pot too. And there's the cat, Galoshes. All right, see ya.